reproduction in flowering plants. Post-fertilization structure and events. Following double fertilization, events of endosperm and embryo development, maturation of ovule into the seed and ovary into the fruit are collectively termed as the post-fertilization events. Endosperm. Endosperm development precedes embryo development. This line is very important. इस लाइन से बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चंस बनता है. लाइक हमसे डायरेक्टली ये लाइन ताकि पूछ सकते हैं इट इज़ करेक्ट और नॉट. एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट प्रीसीड्स एम्ब्रियो डेवलपमेंट. मतलब एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट पहले ही हो जाता है एम्ब्रियो डेवलपमेंट के. क्यों हो जाता है? क्योंकि एंडोस्पर्म जो है नरिशमेंट प्रोवाइड करता है एम्ब्रियो को. तो रिमेंबर एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट प्रीसीड्स एम्ब्रियो डेवलपमेंट. प्रीसीड्स मतलब बिफोर एम्ब्रियो डेवलपमेंट एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट हो जाता है. So the primary endosperm cell divides repeatedly and forms a triploid endosperm tissue. The cells of these tissues are filled with reserved food material and are used for the nutrition of the developing embryo. In most common type of the endosperm development, the PEN undergoes successive nuclear divisions to give rise to the free nuclei. This stage of endosperm development is called prenuclear endosperm. Subsequently, cell wall formation occurs and the endosperm becomes cellular. The number of free nuclei formed before cellularization varies greatly. The coconut water from the tender coconut that you are familiar with is nothing but free nuclear endosperm. Remember, जो tender coconut में हम जो coconut water पीते हैं, that is nothing but free nuclear endosperm made up of thousands of nuclei. And the surrounding white kernel जो होता है उस coconut में, that is cellular endosperm. So endosperm may either be completely consumed by the developing embryo, example pea groundnut beans, before the seed maturation, or it may persist in the mature seed, example castor in coconut, and can be used during the seed germination. So let's know कि जो एंडोस्पर्म जो होता है कम्प्लीटली कंज्यूम हो जाएगा डेवलपिंग एम्ब्रियो से बिफोर द सीड मैचुरेशन, और इट में इवन परसिस्ट करता है तो हम उन सीड्स को बोलते हैं एंडोस्पर्मस सीड और एल्ब्यूमिनस सीड्स. दीज आर मोस्टली द मोनोकॉट्स. लेकिन कैस्टर जो है ऐसा डाइकॉट का एग्जाम्पल है जो एंडोस्पर्मस है. और जो जहाँ पे एंडोस्पर्म कम्प्लीटली कंज्यूम हो रहा है, दीज आर द नॉन एंडोस्पर्मस सीड और नॉन एल्ब्यूमिनस सीड्स. इसका एग्जाम्पल है पी ग्राउंडनट बीन्स. दीज आर मोस्टली डाइकॉट्स. ये मोस्टली डाइकॉट्स होते हैं, लेकिन जो ग्राउंडनट है ऐसा मोनोकॉट है, दैट इज़ एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नॉन एल्ब्यूमिनस सीड्स. सो मूविंग ऑन टू द एम्ब्रियो. Embryo develops at the micropylar end of the embryo sac where the zygote is situated. Most zygotes divide only after certain amount of endosperm is formed. This is an adaptation to provide assured nutrition to the developing embryo. Though the seeds differ greatly, the early stages of the embryo development, embryogeny, are similar in both monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Adaptation to provide assured nutrition to the developing embryo. So though the seeds differ greatly, डाइकॉट्स और मोनोकॉट्स के सीड greatly differ करते हैं, लेकिन अर्ली स्टेजेस ऑफ एम्ब्रियो डेवलपमेंट जो एम्ब्रियोजेनी की स्टेजेस है वो दोनों में सिमिलर होती है. तो फिगर इज डिपिक्टिंग द स्टेजेस ऑफ एम्ब्रियोजेनी इन अ डाइकोटिलेडनस embryo. The zygote give rise to the proembryo and subsequently the globular heart shape and mature embryo. We have studied it in the previous PPT. So a typical dicotyledonous embryo consists of an embryonal axis and two cotyledons. एक embryonal axis होती है और दो cotyledons होते हैं. The portion of the embryonal axis above the level of cotyledons is called epicotyle. epi मतलब ऊपर और cotyle मतलब cotyledon के. Above the level of cotyledon जो portion होता है embryonal axis का उसे epicotyle बोलते हैं. Which terminates with the plumule or the stem tip. क्योंकि हमने पहले भी पढ़ा है कि प्लूम्यूल जो है शूट सिस्टम डेवलप करने के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है. सो जो ऊपर तो डेवलप शूट सिस्टम ही होगा ना, तो प्लूम्यूल और द शूट टिप इज प्रेजेंट इन द so epicotyle terminates into the plumule of the shoot tip. The cylindrical portion below the level of the cotyledons is called hypocotyle. Hypo means below. That terminates into at its lower end in the radicle of the root tip. The root tip is covered with the root cap. So let's see the typical dicot embryo. This is a typical dicot embryo. इसमें क्या होता है? प्लूम्यूल होता है, दो cotyledons होते हैं. Hypocotyle is the below the embryonal axis और एपिकोटाइलिस अबव द एम्ब्रियोनल एक्सिस, एपिकोटाइल टर्मिनेट्स इनटू द प्लूम्यूल जो शूट सिस्टम को डेवलप करने में हेल्प करता है, एंड हाइपोकोटाइल टर्मिनेट्स इनटू द रेडिकल और रूट टिप और विच इज़ कवर्ड बाय द रूट कैप, एंड रेडिकल इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर डेवलपिंग द रूट सिस्टम. Embryos of monocotyledon possess only one cotyledon. In the grass family, the cotyledon is called the scutellum. मोनोकॉटिलेडन्स के एम्ब्रियो एक ही कॉटिलेडन को पोजेस करता है, और ग्रास फैमिली में उस कॉटिलेडन को हम स्क्यूटेलम बोलते हैं. दैट इज सिचुएटेड टुवर्ड्स वन साइड लेटरल ऑफ द एम्ब्रियोनल एक्सिस. रिमेंबर, इट इज सिचुएटेड टुवर्ड्स वन साइड लेटरल ऑफ द एम्ब्रियोनल एक्सिस. At its lower end, the embryonal axis has the radical and the root cap enclosed in an undifferentiated sheath called the coleorhiza. रूट कैप जो होता है यहाँ पे अनडिफरेंशिएटेड शीट में enclosed होता है, and this sheath is called the coleorhiza. The portion of the embryonal axis above the level of the attachment of scutellum is the epicotyle. above the level of scutellum जो है एपिकोटाइल बोलेंगे. वहाँ पे हमने क्या पता था, above the level of cotyledon है तो एपिकोटाइल बोलेंगे. एपिकोटाइल has a shoot apex and the few leaf primordia enclosed in a hollow foliar structure called the coleoptile. यहाँ पे कोलियोप्टाइल एंड कोलियोराइजा दो न्यू टर्म्स आए हैं. कोलियोराइजा, वी कैन सी राइजा आ रहा है, आर आ रहा है तो रूट और रेडिकल से रिलेटेड है. कोलियोप्टाइल आ रहा है, पी आ रहा है, तो वी कैन रिलेटेड विद द एपिकोटाइल एंड द प्लूम्यूल पार्ट. सो लेट्स सी द longitudinal section of a embryo of the grass. सो हमने अभी पढ़ा कि यहाँ पे एक ही कॉटिलेडन होता है और ग्रास फैमिली में हम उसे स्क्यूटेलम बोलते हैं, एंड दैट इज़ प्रेजेंट ऑन द लेटरल साइड. तो दिस इज़ द स्क्यूटेलम. कोलियोप्टाइल इज़ द शूट एपिक्स जब टर्मिनेट होती है उसे जो शूट एपिक्स है जो कवर होती है बाय अनडिफरेंशिएटेड शीट, उसे कोलियोप्टाइल बोलते हैं. एंड दिस इज़ एपीब्लास्ट, it is reduced leaf, and radical, root cap, and coleorhiza. Coleorhiza is a hollow foliar structure covering the root cap and the radical. Seed. Let's talk about seed. In angiosperm, the seed is the final product of sexual reproduction. It is often described as a fertilized ovule. Seeds are found inside the fruits. A seed typically consists of a seed coat, cotyledons, and the embryonal axis. The cotyledons of the embryo are simple structures generally taken swelling due to the storage of the food reserves, as in the legumes. Mature seeds may be non-albuminous or ex-albuminous. Non-albuminous seeds have no residual endosperm or it is completely consumed during the embryo development. Example pea groundnut. हमने अभी पढ़ा था non-albuminous seeds के example आएंगे हमारे dicots, लेकिन exception आएगा groundnut. Albuminous seeds retain a part of the endosperms as it is not completely used up during the embryo development. Example wheat, maize, barley, castor. देखो यहाँ पे मोनोकॉट्स आएंगे बेसिकली albuminous seeds में, लेकिन castor is an exception. Occasionally in some seeds such as black pepper and beet, the remnants of the nucellus is also present. Remnants of nucellus जो present होते हैं वो किसमें होते हैं, black pepper और beet में होते हैं. This residual persistent nucellus is the perisperm. So perisperm is present in the black pepper and beet. So integuments of ovules harden as tough protective seed coats. The micropyle remains as a small pore in the seed coat. This facilitates the entry of the oxygen water into the seed during germination. जो माइक्रोपाइल था वो स्मॉल पोर की तरह रह जाता है सीड कोट में, और इट facilitates the entry of the oxygen and the water into the seed during germination. As the seed matures, water content is reduced and seeds become relatively dry, 10 to 15% moisture by mass. The general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down. So the embryo may enter a state of inactivity called the dormancy, or if the favorable conditions are available, adequate moisture, oxygen, suitable temperature, they germinate. Favorable conditions में वो germinate करेंगे, वरना वो inactivity की state में चले जाएंगे. That is called the dormancy. As ovules mature into the seeds, the ovary develops into the fruits. Such that the transformation of the ovules into the seeds and the ovary into the fruits proceed simultaneously. Ovule seed में convert होंगे, simultaneously ovary fruit में convert हो रही होंगी. The wall of the ovary develops into the wall of the fruit called the pericarp. Fruit की walls को क्या बोलते हैं, pericarp बोलते हैं. Pericarp can be apicarp, endocarp and mesocarp. So the fruits may be fleshy as in the guava, orange, mango, etc., or may be dry as in the groundnut and the mustard. So many fruits have evolved Mechanisms for dispersal of seeds. Recall the classification of fruits and their dispersal mechanism that you have studied in earlier classes. Is there any relationship between the number of ovules in an ovary and the number of seeds present in a fruit? Yes, जितने नंबर ऑफ ओव्यूल्स होंगे ओवरी में उतने ही नंबर ऑफ सीड्स प्रेजेंट होंगे फ्रूट्स में, because ovules are only getting converted into the seeds. In most plants, by the time fruit develops from the ovary, other flora plant degenerates and fall off. However, in few species such as apple, strawberry, cashew, etc., the thalamus also contributes to the fruit formation. Such fruits are called the false fruits. False fruits के example क्या आएंगे? Apple, strawberry and cashew. Most fruits, however, develop only from the ovary and are called the true fruits. Although in most of the species fruits are results of the fertilization, there are few species in which the fruits develop without fertilization. Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits. Banana is one such example. Parthenocarpic can be induced through the application of growth hormones, and such fruits are seedless. Parthenocarpy can be induced with the help of the auxin hormone or Italian hormones. So let's see structure of some seeds. ए में हम देखेंगे स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सम सीड्स. दिस इज़ माइक्रोपाइल. माइक्रोपाइल जो है फैसिलिटेट करेगा, सीड कोड में प्रेजेंट होगा, एंड इट विल फैसिलिटेट द एंट्री ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन एंड वाटर ड्यूरिंग द सीड फॉर्मेशन. Cotyledons, these are swollen and thick portions which contain the reserve food material for the developing embryo. हाइपोकोटाइल रूट एक्सिस. हाइपोकोटाइल मतलब जो कॉटिलेडन से नीचे होगा, एपिकोटाइल जो कॉटिलेडन के एक्सिस के ऊपर होगा. एंडोस्पर्म रिजर्व फूड मटेरियल सीड कोट होता है. कॉटिलेडन via सीम. शूट एपिकल मेरिस्टेम which give rise to the shoots. Root tip enclosed with the root cap. नाउ सीइंग सीड कोट. यहाँ पे भी सीड कोट है, कॉटिलेडन है, शूट एपिकल मेरिस्टेम है, एंड हाइपोकोटाइल रूट एक्सिस है, रूट टिप है, एंडोस्पर्म. So let's see another seed. This is the pericarp. Pericarp is the wall of the fruit. So this is the endosperm. This is the scutellum, and the coleoptile. Plumule is covered with the coleoptile, and radicle is covered with the coleorhiza. Now let's see the false fruits of apple and strawberry. स्ट्रॉबेरी और एप्पल के फ्रूट्स जो है फॉल्स फ्रूट्स क्यों है? क्योंकि इनमें थैलेमस भी कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द फ्रूट. So this is the thalamus, which is the edible part of the apple, and inside it is the seed. एंडोकार्प की बात करें तो वी आर सीइंग दिस सीड. इसमें ये थैलेमस है जो ईटेबल पोर्शन है, एंड सीड्स हैं. देन एंडोकार्प इज सीड्स आर कवर्ड विद द एंडोकार्प, एंड फर्दर उसके बाद मीजोकार्प प्रेजेंट है. दिस इज ऑल्सो इनएडिबल. सो स्ट्रॉबेरी के केस में देखेंगे तो यहाँ पे थैलेमस जो है वो इनसाइड द पूरा पार्ट है, और एकीन जो है वो प्रेजेंट है आउटर सरफेस जो है स्ट्रॉबेरी का, उसे बोलते हैं. So seeds offer several advantages to the angiosperms. Firstly, since reproductive processes such as pollination and fertilization are independent of water, seed formation is more dependable. Seed formation जो है water पे dependable है. Also, seeds have better adaptive strategies for dispersal to new habitats and help the species to colonize the new area. As they have sufficient food reserves, young seedlings are nourished until they are capable of photosynthesis on their own. The hard seed coat provides protection to the young embryo. Being products of sexual reproduction, they generate new genetic combinations leading to variations. Seed is the basis of our agriculture. Dehydration and dormancy of the mature seeds are crucial for the storage of the seeds, which can be used as a food throughout the year and also to raise the crop in the next season. Can you imagine agriculture in the absence of seeds or in the presence of the seeds which germinate straight away after formation and cannot be stored? How long do the seeds remain alive after they are dispersed? This period varies greatly. In a few species, the seeds lose viability within a few months. Seeds of a large number of species live for several years. Some seeds can remain alive for hundreds of years. There are several records of very old yet viable seeds. The oldest is that of the lupine, Lupinus archytas, excavated from the Arctic tundra. आर्कटिक तुंद्रा से एग्जिबिट किया, इसलिए इसका नाम लुपिनस Aedicus है, and the seed germinated and flowered after an estimated record of 10,000 years of dormancy. इसका जो seed था वो 10,000 years of dormancy में रहा. It is the oldest and its common name is lupine. A recent record of 2,000 years old viable seed जो है डेट पाम का Phoenix tetrainifera discovered during the archaeological excavation at the King Herod's Palace near the Dead Sea. After completing a brief account of sexual reproduction in flowering plants, it would be worth attempting to comprehend the enormous reproductive capacity of some flowering plants by asking the following question: how many eggs are present in the embryo sac, how many embryo sacs are present in an ovary, how many ovules are present in an ovary, and how many ovaries are present in a typical flowers, how many flowers are present on a tree, and so on. Can you think of some plants in which the fruits contain very little number of seeds? Orchid fruits are one such category, and each fruit contains thousands of tiny seeds. Similar in the case of the fruits of some parasitic species such as Orobrachy and Striga. इनमें भी बहुत सारे seeds होते हैं. Have you ever seen a tiny seed of ficus? How large is the tree of the ficus developed from that tiny seed? How many billions of seeds does each ficus tree produce? Can you imagine any other example in which a tiny structure can produce a large number of biomass over the years? Apomixis and polyembryony. Although seeds in general are the products of fertilization, a few flowering plants such as some species of Asteraceae and grasses have evolved a special mechanism to produce seeds without fertilization called apomixis. तो जब हम फ्रूट को प्रोड्यूस कर लेते विदाउट फर्टिलाइजेशन, दैट वाज नोन एज अ पार्टेनोकार्पी. जब हम किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म को प्रोड्यूस करते हैं विदाउट रिप्रोडक्शन तो उसे हम बोलते हैं पार्थेनोजेनेसिस, जैसे कि हनी बीज में पढ़ा होगा आपने. एंड when we are producing a seed without fertilization, it is known as apomixis. What is fruit production without fertilization called parthenocarpy? Thus, apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics the sexual reproduction. ये एक asexual reproduction का फॉर्म है and that mimics the sexual reproduction, क्योंकि यहाँ fertilization नहीं हो रहा है तो ये sexual reproduction का तो फॉर्म नहीं हो सकता है. It is a form of asexual reproduction. There are several ways of development of apomictic seeds. In some species, the diploid egg is formed without erection division and develops into the embryo without fertilization. More often, as in many citrus and mango varieties, some of the nucellar cells surrounding the embryo sac start dividing, protrude the embryo sac and develop into the embryo. In such a species, each ovule contains many embryo. Occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony. Occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony. Take out some seeds of orange and squeeze them. Observe them many embryos of different sizes and shapes from each seed. Count the number of embryos in each seed. What would be the genetic nature of apomictic embryos? Can they be called clones? Hybrid varieties of several of our food and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated. Cultivation of hybrids has tremendously increased productivity. One of the problems of hybrids is that hybrid seeds have to be produced every year. If the seeds collected from the hybrids are shown, the plants in the progeny will segregate and do not maintain hybrid characters. Production of hybrid seeds is costly and hence the cost of the hybrid seeds become too expensive for the farmers. If these hybrids are made into apomix, there is no segregation of characters in the hybrid progeny, then the farmer can keep on using the hybrid seeds to raise the new crop year after year, and he does not have to buy hybrid seeds every year. Because of the importance of apomixis in hybrid seed industry, active research is going on in many laboratories around the world to understand the genetics of apomixis and to transfer apomictic genes into the hybrid varieties. Now move on to the summary. Flowers are the seed of sexual reproduction in angiosperm. In the flower, endoecium consists of stamens representing the male reproductive organs and gynoecium consisting of pistils represent the female reproductive organs. A typical anther is bilobed, diathecous and tetrasporangiate. Pollen grains develop into the microsporangia. For four wall layers, the epidermis, endothelium, middle layers, and the tapetum surround the microsporangium. Cells of the sporogenous tissue lying in the center of the microsporangium undergo meiosis, microsporogenesis to form the tetra. The microspores, individual microspores mature into the pollen grains. Pollen grains represent the male gametophytic generation. The pollen grains have a two-layer wall, the outer axon and the inner intine. The axon is made up of a sporopollen layer as a germ pores. The pollen grains may have two cells, a vegetative cell and generative cell, or three cells, a vegetative cell and the two male gametes at the time of shedding. थ्री सेल स्टेज जो होता है लेस देन 40% एंजियोस्पर्म में होता है और टू सेल स्टेज इज ओवर 60% एंजियोस्पर्म. The pistil has three parts: the stigma, style, and ovary. The ovules are present in the ovary. The ovules have a stalk called the funicle protective integuments and an opening called the micropyle. The central tissue is the nucellus in which the archisporium differentiates. A cell of the archisporium, the megaspore mother cell, divides meiotically, and one of the megaspore forms an embryosac, the female gametophyte. The mature embryosac is 7-celled and 8 nucleate. At the micropyle end is the egg apparatus consisting of the two synergids and an egg cell. At the chelazal end are the three antipodals. At the center is the last central cell with the two polar nuclei. Pollination is a mechanism of transfer pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Pollinating agents are either abiotic wind, water, or biotic animals. Pollen-pistil interaction involves all events from landing of the pollen grains on the stigma until the pollen tube enters the embryo sac when the pollen is compatible, or pollen inhibition when the pollen is incompatible. Following compatible pollination, pollen grains germinates on the stigma and the resulting pollen tube grows through the stem, enters the ovule, and finally discharges two male gametes in one of the synergids. Angiosperm exhibit double fertilization because two fusion events occur in each embryosac, namely syngamy and the triple fusion. The products of these fusions are the diploid zygote and the triploid primary endosperm nucleus in the primary endosperm cell. Zygote develop into the embryo and the primary endosperm cell forms the endosperm tissue. Formation of endosperm always precedes the development of embryo. मतलब हमेशा एंडोस्पर्म पहले फॉर्म होगी देन हमारा एम्ब्रियो फॉर्म होगा. The developing embryo passes through different stages such as the pro-embryo, globular embryo, heart-shaped embryo, and the mature embryo. The mature dicotyledonous embryo has two cotyledons and an embryonan axis with epicotyle and hypocotyle. Embryos of monocotyledons have a single cotyledon known as the scutellum. After fertilization, ovary develops into fruits and ovules develop into the seeds. A phenomenon called the apomixis is found in some angiosperms, particularly in the grasses. It results in the formation of seeds without fertilization. Apomix have several advantages in horticulture and agriculture. Some angiosperms produce more than one embryo in their seed. This phenomenon is known as the polyembryony. Example हो जाएगा citrus or mango. So with this we are ending this chapter. I hope you have got knowledge about this chapter and will be able to solve the questions. So this was all about this chapter. Thank you for listening me. Have a great day.